everyone, so it's your favorite Morbid child here. Today we're going to be doing a insightful type of video. We're going to be looking at how I film my YouTube videos for you guys, and I've really been digging these videos lately. I've learned so much from other YouTubers when they post these videos, and I'm really into them right now. So hopefully, you take something away from this too. And I hope you guys enjoy this video too. So nothing else left to say in the intro. So let's get started on the rest of the video, shall we? First thing that I like to use to help me film videos is actually two things, and those are my journals. One journal, the first journal, I like to use to kind of plan out my days and how the things that I need to get done and stuff like that. And the second journal is more to just digest the video idea and get more in depth and see what I need to do and in each video that I do film, like shots and overall like bullet point ideas that I need to say in each video. So those are very helpful. Now I want to focus on what I actually use to film my videos, which is not going to be your average Canon or Sony or Nikon camera. I actually just use an iPad Pro. Here's a little behind the scenes, you guys. This is how I film and see myself in the setup, and I think it's just so helpful. And I love this because it acts as a monitor also, and it could be a little bit, distracting at times, and I do tend to want to look at myself, but I try and fight the urge. But it is so helpful because it helps me see if the lighting's maybe a little off or if I'm out of focus, which I just love about it. So I think iPads are the way to go. What holds up my iPad is my tripod that I got from Amazon. Anything that I do mention that you guys want to know will be linked down below, just in case you are wondering. But yeah, back to that tripod. I got it from Amazon, and it is a little bit more on the pricier side from a regular just standard tripod because this one goes up to 5 feet. I am 5 feet tall, and this thing goes over 5 feet. So there's the bottom of it, and it comes all the way back up so you can see me when I'm standing. And I think it goes a little bit higher than this actually. So that I really wanted that. So when I stood up, I didn't have to be sitting all the time and stuff like that. You do have the option for like panning, and it does do some capable of doing some panning motions, but I think they kind of are a little iffy. The shots kind of end up looking a little bit rigid and weird, so I don't really use them that often. But it's still such a great tripod. But any standard tripod would really do. You might be wondering what actually holds the tripod, and what I use is this thing that I bought from Amazon. It's just there to hold and keep the iPad in place because there is no, the little screw-in thing that goes in the bottom of a camera. It doesn't have that, so have to purchase it, and it wasn't that expensive, so I just got it from Amazon, and it works fine too. Lastly, when it comes to all this setup for filming me, all this little setup I have is a microphone, which I used to film without a microphone, and I hated it because the sound quality is not the greatest, and it doesn't pick up my voice as much as this microphone, which I got for probably I think it was $8 or $10 or something like that. It was very inexpensive, and I think it is the best thing that I've purchased thus far. It was so great. So props to the mic. Little close-up view. This is what the mic looks like. It's so tiny, but it just puts in so much work. Love it. Very quickly, I just wanted to show you guys what it sounds like without the microphone. I'm not a fan. Here I am standing behind the scenes, and as you can see, I have one light, the umbrella lights, and another one over here, and one behind me. It kind of creates this halo glow, when I'm shooting, so you can kind of maybe tell in the little iPad screen. So these were great. I picked these up for I think $50 around there, and it really was just a great purchase. And if you have the extra cash, you should really invest in lighting. I think that I just hated lighting so much, like natural lighting so much, that I had to pick up some artificial lighting, because I don't know, I'm not a fan of natural lighting. A lot of people on YouTube say that they're fans. I'm not one of those people. I hated the fact that I could only film from a certain time period, and I wanted to be able to do it whenever the heck I wanted to. So these are great and I absolutely adore them. So that's just the stands that they are on. So this is what it looks like without any light, and I know it's really bad, but I don't really blame the natural lighting because I'm not sitting in front of a window right now, and there's a lot of stuff kind of blocking the light from really seeping in through. So yeah, but I'm not a fan of natural lighting. Here at my desk, which is where I love to work, and it's just your basic setup. I have an HP screen, I got these wireless keyboards and mouse, and of course the tower is an Asus, which I have no idea what the specs are, but I mean it does the job, so that's all I really need. Nothing like fancy or anything. So I prefer working at a stationed place because I used to have a laptop, and I felt like I was totally just lazy whenever I would just lie around in bed or prop myself up on the couch with my feet up and just work from there, and I just didn't seem right. I don't know. So now I do love where I work, and I feel a little bit more legit doing it here in an actual place area. So that's my setup. I'm gonna try and get through this really quick, but the programs that I use consist of Adobe Premiere Pro, Adobe After Effects, and Adobe Photoshop. So I'm gonna get into each one and not try and rant too much about them. So the first one is Premiere Pro, which I use the most out of all of them. That is where I edit all my YouTube videos, and everything like that is very user friendly, so I recommend it a lot. The only downside is that it's very expensive, so if you have the extra cash, you know, you should, because it is such a great program. But if you don't, then you should find something that suits you. I'm sure there is a lot of programs out there. I do not recommend Movie Maker though. That is a free Windows program, and I hated it because it was always crashing on me, and it just sucked. So I don't really recommend it, but I feel like there are other programs out there. Next we have After Effects, which I don't recommend at all if you want to use basic editing for your videos for YouTube videos, because that is more in-depth kind of program to use to make other stuff. I used it, an example is I used it to make my book trailer video. So if you guys have seen it, I used After Effects to create all that. So I don't really recommend it, and it is pricey also, so you don't really need it. You can do without it. I just already have it, so I use it sometimes. Lastly, I have Photoshop, which I really always have loved Photoshop. I used it when I was younger in school, and I would go ham with Photoshop, so I had to have it, but it is also pricey. You can find cheaper programs that are very similar. I used to use GIMP also once I didn't have Photoshop, and it, like I said, it's very similar and it's free. So that's an upside. PicMonkey also is great. I've used PicMonkey a lot too, and it's free for the most part. They have features, like other features. If you want to use them, you have to pay a monthly fee of $4 a month, I think. So but to create basic thumbnails, you don't really need like Photoshop, or you don't need to pay the extra for PicMonkey. Like, it's just a thumbnail. You don't need much. So what I used to record videos in the past was usually my phone, but I upgraded to this mic, which you guys see that I place on my camera when I do film. So I use it also for voiceovers, and it's really great and it's very useful, so I enjoy that too. It comes in handy. That brings us to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys took something away from it, some new tips or tricks, and that's it. I'll see you guys in my next video, so bye guys.